and we're live. Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is for you, everybody. Going to run through a question for your ASWB exam practice weightlifting efforts. So take a breath, pretend you're sitting down for the real thing, and you're about to face your first question on the exam, and you hit the button, and here it comes. I'll read through everything and then discuss. After a staff meeting, a clinician tells another social worker that she is, quote, losing it, totally burnt out, and starting to hate my clients. She says she's going to call in sick tomorrow and get blackout drunk. What is the best course of action for the social worker to take regarding this colleague? So you may have some ideas. The answers you're given may differ. Let's see. A, discuss ways to cope with burnout other than binge drinking. Okay. B, consult with a supervisor regarding the clinician's confession. C, report the clinician's misconduct to the state licensing board. D, explore how the clinician's burnout is affecting her work with clients. So, which is it? Do you know? If you remember that there's a whole section in the NASW Code of Ethics, NASW Code of Ethics regarding social workers' treatment of clients, then you're going to think there that you're going to identify this as an ethics question. So let's look at the portions of that section 2 which are relevant here. This is colleague confidentiality. Social workers should respect confidential information shared by colleagues in the course of their professional relationships and transactions. Social workers should ensure that such colleagues understand social workers' obligation to respect confidentiality and any exceptions related to it. So it's very much like client confidentiality, but it applies to colleagues. And here's another even more essential section of the code. 2.08, impairment of colleagues. Burnout is like impairment, is an impairment. Hating your clients is certainly an impairment, so section A. Social workers who have direct knowledge of the social work colleague's impairment that is due to personal problems, psychological distress, substance abuse, or mental health difficulties, and that interferes with practice effectiveness should consult with that colleague when feasible and assist the colleague in taking remedial action. So we sort of have our answer just from reading that, but let's keep going. B, social workers who believe that a social work colleague's impairment interferes with practice effectiveness and that the colleague has not taken adequate steps to address the impairment should take action through appropriate channels established by employers, agencies, NASW, licensing and regulatory bodies, and other professional organizations. All right, let's look at the question again. Clinician tells another social worker she's losing it, starting to hate her clients. She's going to call in sick and get blackout drunk. So that sounds like going back to slide. Personal problems, psychological distress, possible substance abuse. Discuss the ways to cope with burnout other than binge drinking. And that's pretty good. That's discussing with the client, which again, going back, I don't know a pointer, but at the end of section A there, consult with the colleague when feasible and assist the colleague in taking remedial action. Okay, so A does do that. B is consult with the supervisor. Okay, so we can scratch that because that's going above the client above the colleague before the colleague's had a chance to address. And we have no sign that this is a long standing, so you can assume, oh, well, should the client's burnt out, the colleague's burnt out. So he's talking about clients. The colleague's burnt out. That must have taken a while. The colleague hasn't dealt with it. Well, then you're applying assumptions to the stem of the question that just aren't there. So let's strike B. C, report the clinician's misconduct to the state licensing board. Well, that's going above your supervisor, so let's strike that. So here are the choices. And this is how it tends to go on the exam. 2 decent choices, and you're up to your guts. Coin flip, or in this case, we can probably figure out what the right answer is. So A, discuss the ways to cope with burnout other than binge drinking. Okay. Or D, explore how the clinician's burnout is affecting her work with clients. there's an answer that's not here, which is discuss the sources of the burnout with the client, with a colleague. That'd be the best answer. Just, hey, what's going on? Why are you burnt out? That's what you do with a coworker that you're friendly with, or even not friendly with. What's good? What's wearing you out? Coping with the burnout, better ways of coping with burnout is not addressing the underlying issue, but with colleagues and with clients, trying to get the underlying issues and not just replace Band-Aids. So with that very minor distinction between discussing ways to cope and exploring how the burnout is affecting work with clients, which is also a key question, because the clients are central to any social work effort, we arrive at an answer. We disagree, but it is the explore how the client's burnout is affecting the work with clients. So this is just one of lots and lots of questions on socialworktestprep.com. You can join all these happy people with their fact sheets by practicing all the free questions you can find in the world, but also running complete exams, full 170 question exams, sitting down for 4 hours, recreating what it's like to sit for the real thing. It's really invaluable. There's a blog post that addresses that has the question that I just read, and some links to some helpful Social Work Today articles. I'll post that in the comments. Thanks for listening, and do go to socialworktestprep.com and poke around. Lots of great stuff there. All right.